morning, welcome back to my channel, Our Wandering Footprints. Today I'm making zesty bread and butter pickles. I'm going to use the Mrs.Wages mix, and I have some extra spices that I had left over that I mixed up. I'm going to add that to it, and I went to our local farmer's market Tuesday morning and bought some beautiful pickling cucumbers. I've eaten some. Last Saturday I had got just a few, and we ate those, and they're so good. And so I thought I'm going to make some bread and butter pickles. So I got about 17 of those, and I'm going to add onions and garlic and a little bit of thyme, herbs. And so I thought you might like to come along and see how I make them. And so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I've done is I took all my cucumbers from the farmer's market and I scrubbed them with a scrub brush and washed them really good and dried them. And now we're just going to start cutting them up. I'm going to cut the ends off because we don't need those. My chickens will get those. Whoop. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to slice them. I don't want to slice them too thin, but I don't want them too thick either. So, let's see. About like that. I guess I could use my mandolin, but I don't know. Let's just cut one like this, and then I may get my mandolin out if I don't like doing it like this. Okay, so about a 1/4 inch. I don't think you want them any thinner than that, or any thicker. Oh, they smell wonderful. And there's not a whole lot of seeds, which I love. Like when you buy a cucumber from the grocery store. Kind of cool looking. See if I can turn it. You can see it better this way. And I'm going to be adding some little baby carrots that I've kind of cut in half to mine too. I think it'd be kind of pretty in the jar, and they'll probably pickle just fine because they're small. Beautiful. And with the Mrs.Wages mix, you don't have to like let them sit overnight. I've seen some recipes where they say to put I guess a brine, I don't know, and let them sit overnight. But we're gonna try it this way the first time, and then if they don't turn out like I want, then maybe the next time I'll do a different recipe. But whoop, half one, that's okay. Oh, they smell so good. Anyway, so let me cut up another one. And if you have any bad spots, like that's kind of brown, you don't want that in your cucumbers or in your pickles. So just cut that part off. Doesn't have to be perfect. And cut off the ends again. And then just keep slicing. Beautiful. Whoop. Just like that. So I'm going to get the rest of these cut up, and I'll bring you back and we'll go to the next step. Okay, now I'm ready to heat up the mix and everything else that goes in the jars besides the cucumbers. So in my pot here I have 8 3/4 cup of white distilled vinegar. And we're going to add to that 7 cups of sugar. All at one time. Okay, let me get my spoon here. Mix this up. Stir the sugar up just a little bit. It'll stick on the bottom. Okay, next to that we're going to add, I'm just going to add my little bit of extra spices that I had left in my container, which is peppercorns, fennel seed, mustard seed, and celery seed. Throw that in there. Now we're going to add the pouch Mrs.Wages Zesty Bread and Butter Pickles. Excuse me. And it has salt, spices, includes mustard seed, celery seed, dehydrated vegetables, which is red bell peppers, dehydrated onions, and spice extracts and so on and so on. Oh, that spice kind of got to me. And turmeric. You can tell that by the yellow color. Oh, it smells good. I love bread and butter pickles, especially spicy ones. Excuse me. And I'm going to add in some extra heat. There's some in there, but I'm going to add my own. The Tone's red crushed pepper. Red pepper. So a couple. About a tablespoon. Okay, that's good. Because we like spicy. Alright, now this has kind of come up to a boil. And I think that's about it. You let it boil, and then you're going to, you know, have my jars are already washed and sterilized and hot, and I'm going to add, I'm going to go ahead and add the carrots and stuff with the cucumbers when you do that part. So, and garlic. I'm putting garlic in there. So we're going to bring this to a boil. And it says do not use an aluminum pan when you do this because of the, I guess the vinegar reacts to it or something. So bring it to a boil just over medium heat until the mixture dissolves. So you got your sugar, you want your sugar to dissolve. So, and then you remove it from the heat. So I will bring you back. Once I get this to boiling, I'll bring you back and we're going to start filling the jars. Okay, I brought the mixture, the Mrs.Wages, my mixture with the spices and everything and vinegar. I brought it up to a boil and then I took it off, and now we're going to start packing the jars. So I'm just going to start putting them in there. And we're going to see how many jars we can get. I'm going to put some onions. Okay, and let's see, a couple pieces of garlic in each jar, maybe 3. And then a few of these little baby carrots that I cut up. And throw the cucumbers around, and more cucumbers. Just pack them down in there. Do a couple more onions and a couple more carrots. These are going to be so good, and you want to pack them. Make sure I've got them. Got to get them down in there. I don't want to mash them to a 1/2 inch, so you want them to come right to the rim. Okay, now let's pour some liquid in there, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, let's put our, I'm going to use some of this pickle crisp. Doesn't call for that, but nothing worse than soggy pickles. And so let's go ahead and put, calls for 1/8 teaspoon in a pint jar. We're just going to toss that in there like that. Set that aside. Now we're going to put our liquid in there. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. Alright. This stuff smells wonderful. Okay, here we go. Then I'll have to debubble it once I get enough in here. And then we'll see if we need to add more. Okay, let's try a little bit more. Okay, let me see if I need to. I have to debubble it a little bit. Ow, kind of hot. I don't want that to be in the way. Look at that big one stuck down in there. Ow. There we go. Okay, let's add a little bit more liquid. Because I want them to be covered. There we go. Okay, now we're going to wipe the rim. Oh, I forgot to put some of that thyme in there, but we can do that in the next jar. They don't all have to have it in there. Wipe it off. Put a hot seal and a rim. on there. And then fingertip tight. Oh, they're going to be so beautiful. Hold on a minute. Look at that. Gorgeous. I've already got my canner heating up, so there's one jar. Okay, let's do another jar. Some pickles, or pickles, some cucumbers, and some onions. Don't need a whole lot of onions, just a few. Some garlic, some baby carrots, and some more cucumbers. Just try to fit them down in there as best you can. Some of these are kind of a big one, but that's about all they had, so. Okay, let's put some of this thyme in this one. Just a sprig of thyme in there. A couple more carrots. Okay. That's good. Alright. Oh. My crispy pickle. Where'd my little spoon go? Oh, there it is. Some of the pickle crisp in there. Okay. Take the rim off. And I always double check my rims for any cracks or anything. Okay. I'm going to put our liquid in here. Oh, I can't wait. These are going to be so good. Okay, a little bit more, and then we'll debubble it. Okay, let's debubble it here. Just hold on to it because the pickles are, I keep wanting to call them pickles already. The cucumbers are hard right now, so. Any bubbles in there. I think that guy wants to come out. I'm going to put him in the next jar. He's wanting to stick out too much. Okay, a little bit more liquid. There we go. Okay. Wipe off the rim. There we go. Okay, now put a rim on there, seal. Fingertip tight. Oh, beautiful. Okay, in the canner we go. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of these filled and I'll bring you back when they're in the canner. Okay, I've got 9 pints of the bread and butter pickles in my water bath canner, and it's got to come up to a boil, and then I can time it for 10 minutes. Okay, my bread and butter pickles are all finished canning. Every one of them has sealed, which I'm so excited about and thankful for. The jars are just beautiful. I can't get over how pretty they are. So that gives me 12 jars to put them in my pantry. And then I had 1 quart jar that I didn't can. I just went ahead and added some more pickling juice to it from what I had left in my pot. And we're just going to put it in the fridge and just let it marinate for a week or so. And then we'll try it. And I know they're going to be delicious. I tasted one already before I put them in the jars. And oh my God, it is so good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And hit the little bell so you won't miss any more upcoming videos. I have more canning videos coming up. Let's see, my sun oven, my All-American sun oven, I'm going to be doing some more recipes with that now that the weather is starting to, here in Arkansas, to have really full sun days. As I enjoyed this canning, I'm going to be doing a lot more canning just to put in the pantry and have in case of emergency. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.